Hey everyone, it's Pam. So over the weekend, I watched this Instagram reel by a young woman that gave herself a bob haircut and came out totally fine. Her technique was a little different, but it came out totally fine. But she had so many critical comments. Why are you so cheap? Why don't you go to a professional to have that done? That looks awful, blah, blah, blah. So full confession, I've been cutting my own hair myself for the past almost 10 years now, I believe. I started doing it before COVID, before it was a trendy thing for like people to start doing. Actually just trimmed it this past weekend. I am really happy with how it came out. I've definitely gotten better at doing it through the years. I've learned a lot on YouTube from watching like professional stylists and picking up their tips and techniques and watching them. If I had to put this on a scale of 1 to 10 of how well of a job I think I've done on this bob compared to other times I've got it, this is an 8. Is it perfect? No, probably not, but it, came out pretty even and everything. I've been doing it myself for, like I said, almost 10 years. And I want to say, I believe there's a big reason between being cheap and being resourceful. And this woman, and I believe myself, and so many other countless people I've seen on YouTube that cut their own hair and do a decent job at it. We're being resourceful. I always believe if you have the time and the skills and you can do a job as good as a professional that you would otherwise pay them to do it, you're better off doing it yourself. So I thought I would make a video listing the 3 main reasons why I cut my own hair myself. And, saving money isn't the only reason. I'll get into that in a minute. But yes, let's get into number 1, saving money. You do save a ton of money now if you can trim your own hair yourself. And COVID, like so many other businesses, it affected so many businesses, and the hairstyle and one industry, their prices just skyrocketed after COVID. Back in the day, when I had this really great stylist that I loved, who was like one of the only ones that I've ever had that was actually like really, really competent at her job, I think I paid like $55, $57, and that was before tip. But now you're lucky if you can find, at least in my area, which is very pricey, a stylist that will charge like 60. So when I broke my arm last year in the fall, I couldn't trim my own hair myself. So for the first time in a decade, I went to get my hair done by a professional right up the street from me. And I did a little research, and I have to admit there was a little sticker shock. I knew prices had gone up. I didn't realize how much they had gone up to get your hair trimmed. I mean, we're talking like, it wasn't unheard of to see like $70, $80 for a woman's haircut. I think this woman charged 65 or 70. I ended up giving her a good tip. So I ended up paying her $85. So that's almost $100 to get your hair cut and dried. And so factor that in. If you're going every 8 weeks, every 2 months, that's $600 a year. So I'm happy that I'm saving that bit of money and I'm just doing it myself. And I also color my own hair. So I bleach and I tone it. And that alone right there, that would easily be 100, maybe 150 if I were to have a professional do it. And I've seen a lot of comments on YouTube from women that said they attempted to get it bleached platinum blonde by a professional, but the color got messed up and they didn't come out with the blonde color that they wanted. I buy a box of Garnier. It's one of their bleaching kits. It's $10. And then I get the toner. It's Wella Color Charm, and it's T18 is the color shade. That's their platinum blonde. And that's another $10. And then I get a big bottle of Developer, and that will last me through several applications. And I think that's like $10. So that's $30 right there versus spending over $100 Totally worth it. I mean, yeah, you do have to be careful bleaching your hair, and you can't like overlap it, and you know, just got to be careful not to dribble it onto like hair that's already bleached. I've been pretty lucky though. I haven't managed to burn it off. Burn it off yet. I've seen some scary videos though of women that you know, they're careless or they just don't know what they're doing, and they bleach it and then their hair starts breaking off. But fortunately, knock on wood, that has not happened to me. So yeah, I save a ton of money. I've been coloring my hair since I was 15 years old. I used to do the box color, one single process kit. But now that my natural color is so dark, I mean, it's almost, I don't even know what color it is. It looks black these days. I have to bleach it in order to get a light blonde. You know, a little bit of extra work, but totally worth it. The second reason is convenience. I don't have to make an appointment. I don't have to wait. I don't have to drive to the salon, and I don't have to wait in the reception area for my stylist to be ready to take me. If I feel like cutting my hair, I wash it, go in my bathroom, I wash it, comb it out, cut it, and I'm done. And you know, can do it at any time that I want to, whatever fits into my schedule. It's incredibly convenient if you can trim it yourself. The third reason is not every stylist is that great, and not all of them are that professional. And I apologize if anyone's watching this and you are in the hair industry, or if you have a loved one who is. Certainly, of course, not all of them, but unfortunately, you know, I'm in my 50s now, and I can honestly say I've had more bad hairstylists than I've had good ones. I had that one woman, that I mentioned that I paid $55 back in the day. She started moving from location to location. She was getting further and further away. And that was actually another motivating reason for me to start trimming my own hair, because I just didn't feel like driving that distance. She's since now back in the original salon that I used to go to get her to have my hair done. But she's now the owner, so she probably charges a lot of money, and she's totally justifiable because she was excellent. You could give her a picture, and if it matched your hair texture, she could pretty much give you like spot on what was in the photo. So totally justifiable and extremely professional and easy to talk to. The one that I went to see back in the fall, who was the first one when I had my broken arm, she was okay. She was pretty good, but I came home and I looked at my hair in the mirror, and I had a bob. You could see it in some of the videos from that time. And it's not on video because I had to fix it, but I had one side that was noticeably longer than the other. And like, it was really, when you pulled it down, you could notice it. Usually they check that. I don't remember if she did that or not. I don't think she did. So I had to trim it myself, and I had to somehow I held up a mirror with like my bad arm, and I was able to trim it. And she also put like way too much layer in the back on like one side. And so it just didn't look right. It just didn't look like a symmetrical, you know, even haircut. And I had paid $85 for that haircut. So not all of them are that careful and that detailed oriented. One time I went to Supercuts. This was way back in the day, and the girl, guess maybe she hadn't been trained or she didn't know what she was doing, but I had long hair and past my shoulders, and I just wanted some face framing layers. And there's no other way to describe what she did. She cut, it looked like a hole. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. She just chopped like this big chunk off the side, and it looked so bad. There was no way to like do anything with your hair to hide it. So I ended up going to a professional hairstylist to get it fixed. She said, unfortunately, there's nothing I can do to make it look better. You're going to have to cut it back into a bob. And it was even shorter than this. And that was sad because My hair was way past my shoulders. I had spent like years growing it out, and I had to chop it off and start all over again. That woman was okay for a while. She was pretty good. She got featured in the local magazines for her hairstyle and skills. However, one day I went in there and there was a guy in the chair next to me, and I assume it was her boyfriend. And he was spinning around and around in the chair like a 6-year-old kid. And she was talking to him the entire time I sat in my chair. She didn't say 2 words to me the entire time. She was totally focused on him, talking to him. At the end of the cut, when she finished drying it, I noticed there were some strands that she missed that were hanging down. And when I pointed that out to her, she got really huffy and annoyed with me and like quick cut them off. And I said, okay, I think I'm done with you too. So her pet peeve was she didn't like people that wouldn't call to confirm their appointment, and she didn't like people that were no-shows. So guess what I did? She called twice I made an appointment, and she called twice to confirm it, and I just didn't bother to call her back, and then I didn't show up for my appointment. So needless to say, I don't think she was too happy with me. This was way back in the day before they used to take your credit card and have it on hold and charge it for no-shows. So fortunately, I didn't have to pay anything for that, but sorry, she deserved it. She just wasn't very professional. So I can't think of any other reasons, but those are the top 3. If you do want to trim your own hair, I totally recommend watching as many YouTube tutorials as you can. Look up the style. I mean, I have watched so many bob haircut styles. It's crazy. And like I said, like I'm pretty happy with how this one came out. I have learned through the years how to add like subtle layering at the bottom and refine it so that it's not so blunt and boxy, so that it doesn't look like, a helmet, which, bobs have the tendency to do if you don't kind of thin out the ends and soften it up. But yeah, I'm really, really happy with how this one came out. Try it. It will save you money. It'll save you time. It'll save you some aggravation. So hope everyone out there is doing well, and talk to you guys again later. Have a great week.